This YCN segment is brought to you by LaValle Building Supply and Middleton Building Supply.
Welcome back. YCN Sports Talk. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, and we continue now, but we move over to basketball. The Boston Celtics, they have had quite an interesting season, up and down. Every time I think they're out, they come back in. Every time they look good, we get fooled, and then they lose a couple bad games. What do you make of this team? Have we figured anything out this season? A nice win Tuesday night against the 76ers with an undermanned Celtics team. Kyrie Irving wasn't even there.
Yeah, that was a great win. This team has been up and down. I think they won something like 10 of 11 games, but then they lost to the Lakers in dramatic fashion. They lost to the Clippers, also kind of in heartbreak. This team right now, I think the players, they're not really rooting for each other.
I know.
You see one guy score and, they're kind of high five, but they kind of turn the shoulder. It's just no one's really having fun. And Marcus Morris recently had an interview where he talked about it hasn't been fun for a while. And Celtics and Brad Stevens, they kind of tried to downplay those comments, but, you can see it. These guys aren't having fun. I think one main problem is guys like Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Terry Rozier. They've been in the league now for a little bit, and they've shown that they can perform when they have the minutes. But this season, they're not getting the same minutes because Kyrie is back, Gordon Hayward's back. So a lot of these guys, they're kind of not rooting for each other. They're kind of hoping that some guys don't succeed so then they can play more. Right.
Yeah, and you mentioned Kyrie not playing, and he's back, he's playing, he's not playing. A lot of people say, this team's better without Kyrie. They've had some wins, and I don't believe that at all because Kyrie is the best player on this team and one of the best players in the East. But the fact that he's out is one fewer body for Brad Stevens to have to get minutes to, one fewer person.
Right.
So in that regard, could this Celtics team, like you mentioned, now they're able to spread the minutes around better. So could they be better without, not Kyrie specifically, but with just one less person?
Yeah, I think it is a ridiculous notion to think that the Celtics are worse without one of the best players in the East, like you said. But with this team, when they have one less superstar to share the minutes with, they've shown they'll kind of work together and step up and perform. When the expectations aren't there, these younger guys are stepping up and they're playing better. So it's kind of ridiculous to say that, but this team, with the chemistry they've had, when there's been a guy who's not getting any minutes, other guys have stepped up. So it's definitely true with this team. I think Brad Stevens, maybe he's a little bit to blame with the problems that they've been having. He doesn't really exactly know how to manage some egos, especially, veteran egos, which, they have a right to be egotistical, but these younger guys who haven't really proven themselves completely, Brad Stevens just doesn't know how to handle the young guys who are cocky and the veterans who are cocky. It's kind of a weird mix for him.
And that seems to be the next point is like if the players are struggling and they're not moving the ball and things are stagnant and stale and they're losing 20-plus point leads and then they're losing at the buzzer, how much is Brad Stevens to blame? And not to say he's not a good coach, but maybe he's better at getting the most out of his young talent before they were superstars and when he had no expectations. Now he has expectations, he has superstars, and he's not quite good at managing that. Doesn't mean he won't learn, but right now I think it's fair to say he has some place to improve.
Yeah, I think he's still kind of, at least this season, he's kind of seems like he's trying to still coach a college team with college young players who have a ton to prove, who are very athletic, will play defense. He's really good at coaching those kind of guys, but when you have Kyrie Irving and Horford and Hayward combined with those younger guys, it's just been a weird it's been a weird fit for him. But like you said, right now it's strange, but hopefully he can learn. Hopefully this is the season he kind of brings his team together. But maybe he's a little too soft-spoken. You need a guy like Greg Popovich who will tell a player, no matter who they are, how he feels. Hopefully Brad Stevens can kind of toughen up and lead this squad because they have the talent. They really do.
And I think he'll learn that. It's only his, fifth year in the league, and it's basically the first year he's had a lot of superstars and a lot of minutes that he has to spread around. So I think he'll learn. The Celtics, I don't know if they're finished or they're going to make the Eastern Conference Finals, but we've got a couple months left, so we'll see how the season unfolds. We'll take our final break when we come back and talk some football. Off-season heating up. We'll also make our Salt Hill Pub Picks of the Week. You're watching YCN Sports Talk.